Well, hello there. It's autumn. Yeah, it happens every year apparently. The hills go brown, the trees go brown, and everything feels a little bit kind of died back and ready for a big long sleep. It can be quite a depressing time of year. I think it's generally acknowledged that that is the case. It's just the time of year, you know. I think there's some animal genes within us that really just want to crawl into a cave and kind of sleep until it all blows over. I did a video a few days ago in the house, I shot a video rather. One of these videos, sometimes I shoot a video and I kind of let it sit about for a few days because I'm not sure whether I actually want to post it online. This was one of those videos. It was essentially about making soup, but I talked about other things, the time of year, the dark nights, and other subjects as well. And I'm not sure whether to post this one first and then post that, because I think I'm going to post that video. To be honest, I think I'll probably post the soup one first, so that if you're watching this you'll already have seen that one. And if you haven't, why not? This is a kind of break in the weather, because we've a really kind of wet period of weather, and this is about the only kind of decent day in about a week or so's worth of kind of wet stuff. This area, I'm in Balmaha, is supposed to avoid any kind of wet weather today. I'm not convinced that that's going to be the case, because I've seen some pretty serious looking clouds, you know, that kind of dark clouds with a defined lower edge, and then just also in that same view white clouds bubbling up like storm clouds. So I'm not entirely convinced it will escape the rain today. I'm walking from here to Drymen over Conic Hill on a part of the West Highland Way. I've done this walk before, I think I made a video of it, but you know, you could do the same walk every day for a whole year or for the rest of your life, and it would never be the same 2 days in a row. Because the weather's going to be different, the scenery's going to be slightly different, the colours of the leaves and the trees, and you know, it's given that it is autumn, the leaves are just at that kind of stage where they're kind of changing all different colours, and it is really quite beautiful. We've not had the kind of strong winds that we get around about now that blows them all off and they're all on the ground, so we've kind of got a good kind of spell here. So I kind of hope you have watched that soup video. Soup's kind of quite important at this time of year. There is an old saying, I think it's a Jewish saying, that goes something like, worries go down better with soup than without. And given what's going on in any number of areas in the world right now, I suspect there's going to be a lot of soup getting taken. So let's get on with the walk. Am I looking forward to this? Two seconds out of Balmaha and there's already an issue. I'm on the West Highland Way. There's signs saying that there's a bridge down over a burn, Kilandan Burn or something I think, and offering an alternative route that completely bypasses most of the walk that I had intended to do. I have decided that I am going to go up Conic Hill. You can't close off a hill unless there's a very good reason. And I'm going to continue as far as that burn and the bridge that's down. And And if it is indeed impassable, I'll simply turn back and end the day at Balmaha instead of Drymen. I mean, there has been a lot of rain, so maybe wading across any kind of burn is simply not going to be possible. But we'll see. I'm going up Conic Hill one way or another, and as far as the rest of the day is concerned, we'll see how it pans out. Very windy. I knew it would be windy, but I can't always get the sort of shot that I want when it's like this, because if I zoom in it kind of increases any kind of chance of camera shake. So I've got to kind of be zoomed out all the time, get wide shots, and it's not sort of ideal, but it is what it is. This is a slightly damp rock here. I should have brought a bit of foam to sit on. I thought I'd set up the camera and have a wee chat right in the middle of the West Highland Way here, so as I'm blocking everything for anybody that wants to come and go. I'm feeling slightly windswept just now. Maybe not interesting, but definitely windswept. It's very blowy up there. I've got a whole load of interesting things to eat here. A good shot in Balmaha. Pepperami. 2 cheese things. And a cherry and sultana flapjack with cherries in it. The sort of cheaper 39p version of this in Home Bargains, I think it is, does the job. It's very tasty. It's oats and sugar, but it does. I don't think it's real cherries in it. This is like a step up, which means that instead of 39p, it was, I can't remember exactly, £1.50 odds, something like that. You know, same amount of weight. The 39p one would have did the same job. I passed a group of women out walking there. They were coming this way, and asked them about the bridge. the sign back there was indicating that the bridge was shut and there was an alternative route. I don't actually remember seeing it, the alternative route. But I asked them and they said it's okay, you can go over it. But obviously when you see signs like that, obey them. Unless you've got a rough idea of what you're doing, because it could be dangerous, you know. Is this not supposed to come out in a one-way? I have to get it out. I've got a slightly deaf ear just now. Although it comes and goes, it's a wee bit better, but it's quite a bit more deaf than this ear. And I was saying in the last, the soup video, talking about various things, and I was also talking about, because of this time of year, it is very tempting to drink more alcohol than you normally do. And it's not good, you know. I can hear voices. Somebody's sneaking up on me. But too much alcohol sort of it can have an effect on your immune system. So it's less able to fight cold viruses and things, you know. So you're not doing yourself any favours by drinking more alcohol than normal. Also has the effect of dehydrating you. So I don't think I've done myself any favours by drinking too many beers. I think I might have contributed to the deafness in one ear. Hi. Hello there. So as I say, it's you're not really doing yourself any favours drinking too much alcohol at this time of year. It is tempting to do so. But I suspect the fact this would probably sort itself out. Maybe not. When I went to the doctor, he looked in my ears and gave me a phone number to call. He reckons it's just wax in there. I'm not convinced. This happened after I had a bad cold about a month ago. Probably COVID, you know. Maybe a lot of coughing, forces a bit of wax out there, I don't know. But it used to be the case that doctors would silence your ears. The whole NHS seems to, is really, the NHS is on its knees. It really is. So instead of the doctor syringing your ears, he gives you a phone number to call. It's some sort of clinic, but they only do this once a week, and all of a sudden there's a whole load of hassle going on. And it seems to be very difficult to get what you want. Okay, I've phoned the number, I've got an appointment. What was the point of me going to the doctors? You know, you get an appointment and they look at your ears and determine what's needed. What do doctors... wow. What do doctors, GPs actually do? Anyway, that's a chat. Not that far to Drymen. I'm looking forward to seeing this bridge over that stream to see how easy or hard it is to go over. But according to these women, and I've met quite a few people coming this way, it's okay. So I'll put, my goodness. I'll show you further on in the path. There's a bright green caterpillar at my feet. Wonder what it'll grow up to be. The bridge is closed there. It's hard to see any damage to the bridge. It's just a wooden bridge over a burn. But there has been that much rain that I was just saying to some folk there, it's not difficult to imagine a scenario where the level of the water is literally metres higher than it is just now, and it's hitting the bridge. You know, little burns and streams can turn into absolute torrents after a lot of rain. But yeah, definitely shut. But thankfully there were some stones that sort of took you over the burn. So we got over. All's well that ends well. Well, it's downhill all the way here on the road into Drymen. Thank goodness. I'm starting to feel a little bit tired. Quite a lot of the, you know, this is all part of the Loch Lomond and Trossachs National Park, and sometimes I'm sure there's a good reason why that organisation exists. I surely just haven't dreamt up a lot of jobs for people and given it a name. But just on occasion, I felt kind of a little bit kind of herded, may or may not be the word. Just coming out of Balmaha and got up the side of Conic Hill, there was ropes and signs, don't go here, follow this, do that. And coming through a gate there was signs saying you're entering an area towards Balmaha that's, I forget the phrase, but sort of restricted camping and all this. And it just feels very much as if you'd been controlled and herded into particular ways and into doing things a particular way. And I don't like that. But I'm sure the Loch Lomond and Trossachs National Park does a good job. And you know, there's been a lot of talk about youths camping and causing havoc at the side of Loch Lomond and in other areas. I've seen it in Mugdock Country Park as well. They turn up in their droves with their tents and all this kind of stuff. They get blutered and the next day they just leave, and they leave all the stuff behind. An absolute mess, you know. I'm not convinced that the Loch Lomond and Trossachs National Park are able to control such behaviour. So I suppose the question is, what do they do? I'm having a day of questions. I'm not only wondering what GPs do, I'm now wondering what the whole of the Loch Lomond and Trossachs National Park do. It's time to go home, I think. I'm Eddie Burns. I'll see you again.